Alright, so I got a question for you. Would the New World Order drug your food with hazardous material and then try to call it vitamins? Yeah, they would, and they do. You'll find in the enriched foods, in your pasta, in your cereal, in your snack foods, in the flour, look closely, niacin, riboflavin, folic acid, thiamine mononitrate. Listen to me very carefully. Let's examine these one at a time, shall we? Let's start with niacin. Niacin is a chemical. You are being drugged. They're calling it a vitamin. It is a chemical. Scroll down. You will find the information that I am speaking of. It is a hazardous material. Look at the warning. That's what this sign says. Can you read? Hazards. Niacin. This is put in your food. You are being drugged. And the problem is, the biggest problem, is that people are overdosing on this drug and the other drugs that they're administering to you through the food supply. They do it to your rice. Anything that says enriched, stay away from it. Think very carefully. If a person eats cereal in the morning, pasta or rice in the daytime, eats snack food or anything made of flour, how much of these drugs are they getting? The answer is a huge amount. And the problem is that over time, the person's body becomes less efficient at dealing with these chemicals, at filtering them out. And that's when diseases start to arise, because the person no longer is getting rid of that waste as efficiently as they once did. And the deceptive part, the biggest deception for the person who's going through this, is that they haven't changed anything in their diet. They're doing everything the same as they've always done their whole life that's worked, and all of a sudden they're finding ailments occurring. This is what I'm telling you. These chemicals are hazardous material. Let's move on to the next hazardous material that they put in your food. It's called riboflavin, or riboflavin, however you want to say it. Look at this drug, riboflavin. Look at this drug, right? Look at it. Look at the name here. This is a chemical drug. They are putting it in your food. People around the world who are consuming this food are in danger of overdosing on drugs. That's the problem. You should never administer drugs through the food supply. It's ignorant, because who knows how much of this material, how much of this drug is being consumed by the person in the course of a day, or how much they weigh, or if they're suffering adverse effects. You don't even know. The person didn't even know that they were being given a drug that would have side effects. This is a chemical man-made drug. It has side effects. Please listen. Tell your friends. Scroll down. Once again, they're giving you hazard. Look at this. Hazardous material. This is riboflavin, however you say it. Look at it closely. Look at your food. Look at your bread. Look at almost every single package of bread in the store. You're going to find niacin, riboflavin, folic acid. Look very closely. They're calling these vitamins. Do you think the New World Order cares about you? Let's call it what it is. A group of people who have reached immense wealth and they want to keep it. And they have no problem drugging your food with hazardous material that is literally causing ailments throughout society because people are overdosing on this hazardous material chemical drug that's being administered through the flour, the rice, the pasta, the cereal. You go and buy some cookies. Guess what? Look at the package. You're going to find it. Focus on these two. When you're talking to your friends and your family, tell them about niacin. Tell them about riboflavin, however it's spoken. The important thing to remember is that what you're getting in these enriched foods are chemicals that are made. They're calling them vitamins. But listen closely. The real vitamins come from plants who have consumed the mineral material. So when you eat the plant, that's okay, because your body knows how to deal with it. Because the plant has already broken down that natural material to a form that's usable. And the same is true of a person who consumes the animal who consumes the plant. The biggest deception, I should say, that has been put onto people is that they're being sold the idea that chemical drugs are somehow similar to naturally occurring vitamins in the plants. Do you see how deceptive they are when they call their chemicals vitamins? They're trying to deceive you. So remember this, the biggest thing you must remember is that there is a huge difference between that which a plant can give you and that which man can give you in a laboratory. If you put your faith in man and they give you these drugs in your food supply, the biggest problem is that you have to trust the person who's making that chemical. And as we all know, the New World Order has already shown itself to be against people. They don't care if they put drugs in your food that are hazardous material. They don't care about you. Together, we'll find options. You can find pasta that's not enriched. You can find solutions. This is a very simple concept. The human body should not be consuming hazardous material, chemical drugs, especially not in the food supply. Take care, everyone, and be excellent to each other, and stop this New World Order.